turning it into something that helps us grow. We're looking at turning fear into fuel, right? How to
drive outside your comfort zone.
thrive outside your comfort zone. Love that. And it's a really fascinating idea, this whole concept.
Yeah.
That fear could actually be a good thing. I mean, have you ever thought of it that way? Like fear is something positive.
Yeah, I think we've all been told our whole lives, don't be afraid, fear is bad, get rid of fear.
Right, right.
But actually, it can be a really powerful tool
Okay.
for growth.
Okay, so how does that work? How does fear, something that makes us want to like hide under the covers, help us grow?
So I think fear a lot of times comes up when we're about to do something new, something outside our comfort zone,
Okay.
something that could potentially really change us.
Right.
And so instead of seeing it as a stop sign, like, oh, don't go there, it's more like a compass, pointing us in the direction of where we can expand, Like that's where the growth is.
So it's like fear is a signpost saying, hey, something exciting this way, even though it might be a little scary.
Exactly. Exactly.
So can you give me like a real world example?
Sure.
How can we use this idea, this fear as a compass thing in our everyday lives?
So let's take public speaking.
Classic.
Classic, I know. One of the most common fears.
Yeah.
But instead of letting that fear just, freeze you up, what if you use that energy to become a better communicator?
I've definitely been there. Heart pounding, palms sweating, before having to speak in front of people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But how do we actually turn that anxiety, that fear of public speaking into better speaking skills? Like, how do we make that jump?
Well, I think the first step is to just acknowledge the fear, right? Like, don't try to bury it. Don't pretend it's not there.
Yeah.
Once you've done that, you can start breaking down the challenge into smaller, more manageable steps.
Okay.
So, maybe it's researching your audience, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's structuring your talk in a way that's really compelling.
Right.
Or practicing with a friend.
Okay.
Each one of those steps helps you build your confidence, and it chips away at the fear a little bit.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of like, instead of looking at the whole huge, scary mountain of public speaking, we're breaking it down into smaller, less intimidating hills and
Exactly.
using the fear as the energy to climb each one.
Exactly. Yeah, and you know what? Another important thing is to focus on the rewards that lie beyond the fear.
Okay.
Right. So imagine you're giving this presentation and it goes really well.
Yeah.
The connections you make with people, maybe some opportunities that come your way.
Yeah.
Let that vision fuel you, Let that fuel your efforts.
It's not about getting rid of the fear. It's about like channeling it, turning it into
It's a positive force.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is giving me a lot to think about. This is really shifting my whole perspective on fear.
Yeah, it's really about reframing it, right?
Yeah.
Like fear isn't the enemy.
Okay.
A lot of times it's a sign that you're on the right path, that you're pushing yourself to grow.
That's really powerful. You've given us a lot of great tools to work with here.
Oh, good.
So to kind of sum it all up, it's not about becoming totally fearless. It's about understanding our fear, listening to what it's trying to tell us, and then using that information to move forward instead of letting it hold us back.
Right.
We can choose to turn it into fuel for growth and transformation.
Absolutely.
And, for everyone listening out there, think about a time when you felt that fear.
Yeah.
Could you look at it differently now? What could you achieve if you took that fear and used it to fuel your own journey?
Yeah, love that.
Something to think about. Absolutely.
Well, this has been really insightful. Thanks for taking the time to break this down with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Until next time, folks, keep diving deep.
Keep diving.